الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. ربي زدني علما وارزقني فهما. Today, inshallah, we will be going through Tafseer of Surah Al-Lahab. Surah Al-Lahab is known as the flame, after the name of Abu Lahab, who was the uncle of Rasulullah. His name was Abdul Uzza, and he was the son of Abdul Muttalib, but he went to fire. So the surah begins, Tabbat yada Abi Lahabin wa tab. Perished the two hands of Abu Lahab, and wa tab, indeed they have perished. Ma aghna anhu maluhu ma kasab. Neither his wealth will avail him, or neither his wealth has availed him, wa ma kasab, neither what he earned. Sayasla naran dhat lahab. He will enter soon a fire full of flames. Zat lahab. His name was Abu Lahab, his nickname, and he will enter a hell full of flames. Zat lahab, full of flames. Wamra'atuhu, his wife. His wife, by the way, was the daughter of Harb ibn. She was the sister of Abu Sufyan and the daughter of Harb ibn Umayyah. Jamil, her nickname was. Wamra'atuhu hammalat al-hatab, who used the wicked carrier of firewood. Hammalat al-hatab. Fi jidiha hablum min masad. In her neck there will be a rope of twisted palm fiber. So this surah is about Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab was the uncle of Rasulullah. His name was Abdul Uzza. He was very nice and red, so Abdul Uzza. But the Quran calls him Abu Lahab. Why would Allah Ta'ala say Abdul Uzza, na'udhu billah, and all the connotation of paganism? Rather, Allah Ta'ala called him Abu Lahab, the father of the flames, and guess where he'll be being all his eternity? He'll be in flames as well. So Abu Lahab, his nickname was Abu Lahab, real name Abdul Uzza, one of the sons of Abdul Muttalib. Now this person was one of the main, like Abu Jahl, he was one of the main persecutors of Rasulullah. He would give taklif to Rasulullah, even being an uncle. What does uncle do? Uncles be good to their nephews. They support them. This kambacht, degenerate, was a person who would, instead of helping Rasulullah, he would be such a staunch enemy of Rasulullah, and his wife would help him as well. So the way his wife helped her husband in bigotry and in enmity of Rasulullah and tyranny and stopping the spreading of truth, she will also do the same thing in the Jahannam. And some narrations say that she will gather firewood down there and use it to make the fire of Jahannam even more hotter. If it can become even more hotter. Okay. So Tabbat yada Abi Lahabin wa tab. So this person, there's a hadith in Bukhari and Muslim. Yeah, as Ibn Abbas says that, when the ayat came down, وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ, Ya Rasulullah, warn your close cousins. Yeah? Warn your close cousins. When this ayat came down in Surah 26, ayat 214, Rasulullah went on the Mount of Safa. You know how tall Safa is? He climbed Safa, and then he called the clans of Makkah. Some narrations say he called them by names. Oh, Bani Abdul Manaf, oh, Bani Abdul Muttalib. He called them until they all gathered. And then he said to them, if I was to say to you that, and he called them in a particular way, Wasaba, there's certain words they'd use when they were, to let people know that they were going to be attacked by some, enemy kind of tribe. So Rasulullah used the same words. And when the people gathered, he said to them, if I told you that you were going to be attacked by these enemy tribes, would you believe? They said, of course we believe you. We know you as As-Saduqul Amin, the truthful and the trustworthy. He said, I am a warner in front of a great punishment. I am the vanguard to warn you that there's a great punishment coming to you. And what is the punishment going to come for? Why? Because of disbelief. You don't believe in Allah, or because of pagans. Like in this day and age, who worship the pagans? Who are the idol worshippers? Who are they?
Jews.
The Hindus. And who else? Hindus, huh? Buddhist. Yasin, you're a wise man, mashallah, well done. The Indian and the Buddhist are next to each other. These are the idolaters. لَتَجِدَنَّ شَدَّ النَّاسِ عَدَاوَةً لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا الْيَهُودَ وَالَّذِينَ أَشْرَكُوا. Yeah? Anyway. So, now you would think at that time, such an important time, such a very, very serious time that people would reflect. And people were reflecting, but guess who came forward? The degenerate, Abdi Badbakht, the wretched Abu Lahab, the very uncle of Rasulullah. And what did he say? He said these words, he said, Tabbal laka. Alihaza Jama'atana, in northern narration he said, Tabbal laka sa'ir al-yawm. Alihaza Jama'atana, that may you be destroyed. Is this why you've gathered us for? The other narration said that, may your hands be destroyed forever and ever. Is this why you gathered? And then he tried to pick a stone and hit Rasulullah with this, and then these ayahs came down. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. May the two hands of Abu Lahab perish, and watab, they have perished. So this, the one is a badwa for him, and then Allah saying the badwa has been accepted. Yeah. Why the two hands? Because whatever you do, is your hands cause. The Quran Chief says, the ayat, bima qaddamat aydikum. Wherever you befalls you is because what your hands have brought forward. So whatever you do with your hand, it means your whole body. So he said these words, and then these ayats came down. That may the two hands of Abu Lahab perish, and perish he. Neither his wealth will avail him nor what he earned. So basically, the Muslims wanted this badwa on him. Allah did the badwa, and then Allah Ta'ala saying also that the badwa I've done has been accepted. Guess how Abu Lahab died? After Battle of Badr, he got this disease, like really bad disease of his skin, and 7 days later he died. Nobody would touch him. They thought it was contagious. Yeah, so they put him into a house, and he was there by himself. He died, and for 3 days nobody even came near him. Then people, when his body began to putrefy and stink, and maggots came out, they said, "Look, your father's dying, you can't bury him." So what did they do? They hired some people to dig a small ditch, and then they pushed him with the stick into the hole, and that's how they covered it. That's how he was buried. This is what he got by being so bad to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, being the uncle. Ya Allah, Hazrat Abbas radiyallahu anhu was the uncle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Amazing. And look at the position of Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala. Anyway, so that's how he died. So the next ayat is, Ma aghna anhu maluhu ma kasab, that his wealth won't benefit him, and wa ma kasab, and what he earned. His wealth and what he earned. Yeah. So here, wealth, first thing is that obviously his wealth won't benefit him. Abu Lahab said once, he said that if what my Hazrat Ibn Abbas says, that Rasulullah, when Rasulullah called people to the faith and warned them about the divine punishment, Abu Lahab said, if what my nephew is saying is true, then I will rescue myself and save myself from that painful torment on the day of judgment with my wealth and my children. Yeah, he couldn't rescue himself when he was dying. His children didn't come near him. His wealth didn't avail him. How will it help him in the next life? Yeah. Ma aghna anhu maluhu. So first meaning here is ma aghna anhu maluhu. His wealth will not help him in the next life. He said it'll help me. Allah saying it won't help him. But ma kasab, and what he's earned. So whatever wealth he had, he invested, and whatever he earned from that will help him. That's what is meant by maluhu wa ma kasab, his wealth and what he's earned. The second meaning is his wealth won't help him. Ma aghna anhu maluhu, his wealth won't help him. Wa ma kasab, and his children. Because the word kasab, his earnings, the hadith of Aisha radhiyallahu anha, that Rasulullah said that inna atyaba ma akala rajulu min kasbihi wa inna waladahu min kasbihi. That whatever a person, the best thing, the most pure sum of what a person eats from is from his earnings. Yeah, whatever you earn and you eat from that, that's the most purest. And then the hadith says, and his children are from his earnings as well. That's why Imam Qurtubi mentions that eating from the earnings of one's children is the same as eating from your own earnings. Nowadays, what do people, children earn and the father feels pardon? No. Your children's earnings are your earnings. The children should give to you the money if they want to, and you should have no hesitation to spend from your children's earnings, and the children should feel great happiness that our father is spending. He's using our earnings to spend. In the modern day, what happens? Oh, you know what? This is my earning. This is my earning. Done. No, your dad spent his lifetime, his wealth upon you, bringing you up. Did you pay him back for that? And never mind, that's just one thing. So much ihsan that your parents have done, and if the least you can do is spend from your money upon them, number one. But the main thing is that your existence is due to your father. You are part of your father's unique lineage. Wherever you have is your father's. So your wealth is included in that as well. May Allah keep us safe. This is why there's certain fiqhi maslis, regarding certain types of homicide. Anyway, may Allah keep it safe. So it continues, his wealth will not help him, and neither what he earned, either his wealth or his children. He had a lot of children, he had a lot of money, that's why, and he was very good looking. That's why he became arrogant. Ahmad, he became very, very arrogant. Continues, Sayasla naran dhat lahab, he will enter a fire, yeah, full of flames. Yeah, وَامْرَأَتُهُ حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ, his wife as well, حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ, the wicked carrier of firewood. So Hatab, حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ, this lady, Jamil. So there's a big link between Abu Lahab and Naran Zat al-Hab, fire full of flames. So his wife, Jamil, was the sister of Abu Sufyan, the daughter of Harb ibn Umayyah, Jamil, a very stingy woman. So this word Hammalat al-Hatab, one meaning of it that she was the carrier of firewood. Yeah, she was carrying firewood all the time. Second meaning is this, that she was the bearer of Chugul Khuri in Urdu they call it, saying about, let's say Yasin said something about Ahmad, and then Hamdan maybe it goes and tells Ahmad, and then it goes back and tells Yasin, to cause problems. This is what she did. This is what she would do. She'd carry the tales of Rasulullah to Sahaba Kiram to create enmity. She was 100% with her husband in creating division and spreading tyranny and stopping the deen of Allah from being spread. That's why she'd be with him in Jahannam 100%. So she tried her best to carry. And other meaning is this, that no, literally she would carry firewood, thorny firewood, and put it in the way of Rasulullah to harm Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahu Akbar. Allah Ta'ala says, in her neck will be a rope of twisted palm fiber. This word Masad, if it's must, then it means meme. If there's a sakin on the scene, it means a rope which is entwined. Yeah. And if it's Masad, like it's here, it means a twisted palm fiber. But basically, in the fire of Jahannam, she will, Hazrat ibn Abbas says, she will have around her neck a rope made of iron fibers. Allahu Akbar. Imagine what happens with iron when it's being heated, hotter and hotter and hotter, and she will bear this. Okay. So tail bearing is a major sin. Fudayl ibn Iyas rahimahullah says that there are three evil deeds of man that destroy all his good actions. Hazrat Fudayl ibn Iyas rahimahullah, amazing saint, how he became a wali of Allah, it's amazing. Fudayl ibn Iyas, if I'm not mistaken, was a bandit before. Then he became, Allah gave him tawfiq and he became a very saintly person. Fudayl ibn Iyas, the same as Abdullah bin Mubarak rahimahullah. So he says there are three evil deeds of man that destroy all his good actions. What are they? Number one, backbiting. You backbite somebody. You say something about your Muslim brother, sister that they don't like. Whether it's true, if it's true, that is backbiting. If it's not true, it's slandering, which is a different sin altogether. So it's not allowed for you to say something bad about your brother, about your Muslim brother. Saying something about your brother which he dislikes. You say, oh, it's true. Well, it's true. That's the whole point. That's why it's backbiting. Keep your tongue safe from saying something about your Muslim brother he dislikes or she dislikes. First thing is, these things that destroy your good deeds is backbiting. Number two is this Jugul Khori, taking one person's words to another with the aim of spreading enmity, like this Jamil did. And the third thing that destroys your good deeds is lying. May Allah keep us safe. In fact, there's a hadith which says, لا يدخل الجنة سافك دم ولا مشاء بنميمة ولا تاجر يربي. Three people will not enter paradise. Number one, a murderer. Number two, a talebearer. And number three, a trader who is involved in usury. Hazrat Atta says, I read this tradition to Hazrat Shabi and asked him in a surprising way that the Prophet ﷺ has equated a talebearer with the murderer and a consumer of interest. He said, yes, because talebearing is the root cause of murder and taking away of wealth. You take one person's words to another and you cause them to fight and murder happens and then they take each other's wealth in a haram way. May Allah Ta'ala keep us safe. So this lady will be in Jahannam and she will be with her husband in the fire of Jahannam. And this woman, what happened? How did she die? One day she was so mean, she had so much money but she still go and collect firewood. So she got some firewood, put it around her head, put the rope around her neck, and she sat down, and that, for some reason she was tired maybe, she fell and that thing fell off her head and it strangled her and she choked to death. Jamil, the wife of Abu Lahab. Abdul Uzza, the sister of Abu Sufyan and the daughter of Harb ibn Umayyah. This is how she perished. And not just that, as soon as she perished, the fire of Jahannam started for her in the grave. And then she can look forward to a lot more fire in the day on the day of judgment and in Jahannam. May Allah keep us safe. May Allah protect us. May Allah be happy with us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.